Yo, we are back in After Effects, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to create this freeze frame stack up effect inside of After Effects. I bet you've seen one of these effects on some of the music video that's been coming out. It looks so cool. It was actually firstly done by Hashem VFX, this exact one. So I saw his story and stuff and asked him if I break down it, and he said yes. So anyways, without wasting any more time, I'm gonna show you how to create it. So now in my timeline you can see the exact clip he sent me. So we're gonna make the effect in here. To start off, let's just go over to our second clip and select it. So you can see here our artist is just holding like his t-shirt. So we're gonna make the effect on here. So firstly, let's just duplicate this layer by hitting Ctrl D. Then all you gotta do is right click, go over to time and just make it a freeze frame, and then go over to your tools and just select the pen tool, or you can just say G on a keyboard. Then you just gotta like select out your subject normally. So let me just do that real quick. So something like this. And now after you select out your subject like this, just select your freeze frame and just slide it in like this onto another clip, so it like overlays on that, and you can just trim it over here like halfway, so the animation will happen right here. Now after you done masking, we're gonna separate his head and his body apart. So to do that, just select your mask tool again, the pen tool I mean, and firstly let's just select out his clothes. So simply go over to the neck point of your character and just make a mark like a precise marks like this. So we only have like those clothes selected, and you can just mark it out like. So once you've done that, you can just like fill it in all the marks and just connect it at the last right here. Then hit M in your keyboard to bring up all of the marks. Then go over to the marks 2, which is probably marks 2, and where it says add, just select it to intersect, and now it should like remove his head. That's exactly what we want, but we are not done yet. We still want the head. So duplicate this layer again and hit M in here, and you can see in marks 2 we made it like intersect. So to reverse that, we're gonna just hit, so it should get back our head, but if I hide my like another layer, you can see it's only our artist head. So we are done with like separating our body and our head. One thing I like to do is like make sure my anchor point on the center. So just select this tool right here, or you can hit like Y in your keyboard, then just put the anchor point around the center of whatever it is, like your body and even head. So let's just do that same thing with like the head. So let's just put it on there. So let's just start animating. So firstly, we're gonna animate our body. So for now, I found out the scale keyframes really goes hard if you like play around with the anchor points. We don't really have to like play around with position that much, so we're gonna do that firstly. So firstly, to start off, like we reposition the anchor point already, we're gonna put the anchor point around like the corner of our subject selection, so something around here. So the anchor point will decide where we like gonna pop out our subject from. So I think that's pretty cool right there. After that, just unlock your scale, and if you like play around your like scales and stuff and stretch it, you can see it happens in real time. So that's exactly what we want. So let's just hit the stopwatch on scale, put the first keyframe in the end, around the end, go over to the beginning and just squeeze it in like this, and lower down the second value as well, so it's like on minus, so it's on negative, so something like that. If you're wondering, we unlock the scale so we can like stretch it like any way that we like, so it's really cool. Maybe you can stretch it up more, something like this. Actually, to be exact, you can put your first value to around 6 and second value to like 70 to 100 or whatever you like, so something like 80 on the second value. Then just select those keyframes, hit F9, go head over to the graph. You just gotta select one of those points in the back and stretch it like this, so it goes out of the guidelines. And for the first point, just make it a bit close like that, and select the another one, which for me is like the green one, and do the same thing. So a graph like this on it would look pretty cool, I guess. And that looks hard right there. And now with the simple graph, you can see our animation looks so smooth, and it also adds like more movements because we like bring it up a bit more, so it's like pretty bouncy as well. And make sure you have your motion blur turned on as well. So our body animation is done. So now we're gonna move into his head animation. So for the head, it's the same thing, just hit Y on keyboard and just bring up your anchor point tool and put the anchor point on the bottom, something around here, and hit S in your keyboard, unlock the scale, hit the stopwatch in scale, put the false value on the end. Then for this false value, set it to -62. By the way, don't copy all of my values because they can differ according to your clip. So try to make it like something unique yourself by just messing around with keyframes. In the second value, set to -11, and you can just easy these keyframes, go into graph and make a similar graph on it. And one thing you will also do is right around when a keyframe started to end, you can just like add a keyframe like 2 or 3 frames forward when it like ends, and you can just like make it a little smoother, the ending especially. So something like this, if that makes sense. You can see it will make it the landing a bit smoother, which I like. So something like that. Then you can just exit out of here, turn on the motion blur, and now if you take a look, our animation is pretty much done. But I think I will select all of my keyframes on my scale and hold Alt in my keyboard and just drag it in like this, so it comes a bit late, so we have a bit of delay going on the animation. So something like that looks cool to me. You can even add like an exposure on both of those and animate that. So the exposure in the beginning will be around like something like 4, so it's like bright and goes a bit like dark as it goes. Copy these keyframes, paste it onto your short layer. So, and one thing I noticed is there's a bit of like edge clipping on our short layer. So to fix that, you can add like a simple transform and make the scale to 0.1, I mean 101, so that removes it like that. If you're having the same problem, you can do this easily. As you can see, our animation is pretty much done. It looks really cool, but we're gonna add some sauce in here by pre-comping both of these layers and adding like a RSMB in it. And you can just bring up the motion sensitivity and set it to GPU on, and it should add more motion blur on it, which looks really cool. You can even bring up the blur amount if you like. So you can see it looks really smooth now, and now it's pretty much done. But you can see it doesn't like blends in perfectly when it goes to like this clip, the transition one. So to fix that, we're gonna add a little shake, and to add shakes we'll be using Shake Sauce 2. If you don't already know, Shake Sauce 2 just launched this month, and Brian absolutely killed it on this plugin. It's one of my favorite plugin already, which allows you to add insane shakes in few clicks. And the best part is I got you guys with the code. You can use the code ASIM to get 7 days free trial and try it out for free. You don't have to pay anything, and if you like it, you can continue your subscription, or if you don't, you can just cancel anytime. So it's really cool offer. I'll link it in the description if you want to download. But now I'm gonna show you how to add the shake in here. So to add the shake, you can see I have the shake sauce already pulled up. The UI is crazy, but anyways, we're gonna go over to the keyframe section, and in here I'm gonna use my own preset. I made around like 5 presets for shake sauce, so you can just import those presets by hitting here and just importing it. It's really cool. In the new version, you can make like custom shakes and sell it, keep it for yourselves, share with friends. You can do whatever you like, which is really cool. But anyways, I'm gonna use the ASIM Twitch one. So after you install, you will have this. So I will use the ASIM Twitch and hit OK in here to add it, and instantly you can see the insane shake is applied, and it really makes like it to like blend in properly. Really helps it. You can even bring up the keyframes and bring up the amplitude a little bit more, something like 300, and now that's looking crazy, bro. That's a good impact right there. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the best plugins available right now for you to download, and it also has like flicker settings and all that good stuff, motion blur settings as well. So I'll link it in the description as I said. But anyways, our final effect looks something like this. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. I really try to provide value on every single tutorial of mine, so I really appreciate if you just hit the subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Instagram, join my Discord server. So yeah, see you in next video. Peace.